Hi, welcome back to my channel, Beth's Gig. My gig is helping you with yours. And today, of all days, I think it's high time that we talk about our 2021 goals and planning for a great year ahead. I know it seems a little daunting after this last year that we've had. 2020 has been quite a year, I'd have to say. I don't know how else to put it nicely, but I think that if you're watching this today, you're ready for 2021, you're ready to put 2020 behind you, and what better way to do it than to start working on your goal planning? So what I like to do, I like to write them down. Of course, I've said this many times, planning and writing them down, you remember them better, and you can see them, you can look straight at them every day if you want to, but writing them down is a huge help. I use the Best Self Planner and the journal. I've said this many times. I'll put the link in the description below if you guys want to check it out, but that's what I like to use for my goal planning. And so let's get started. What I kind of want to do is just tell you a little bit of how I do my goal planning and my year ahead. And then if you want to just take any tidbits out of it, you can, or use what I do. But I kind of like to break my goals down into 3 different categories. One being life, kind of life goals, financial goals, and then kind of business and business development goals. So our family has always been in business, so that's what I like to focus on, and what I've been focusing on for quite a while now. So let's just get it started. My first category is the life category. Now, in life, I like to just kind of break them down into health, family, and lifestyle. Now, health is a big one. Of course, everyone knows you need to stay healthy, and you have to kind of write your goals down of what you want to do to stay healthy. Otherwise, you're just kind of randomly going through every day without knowing what you're going to do. So for me, one of my big goals is always to stay out of the hospital. Now, I'm a 2-time cancer survivor. I do my best to stay out of the hospital, and I know it's not always 100% up to me, but if I can help it any, that's what I do. So my number one health goal is to stay out of the hospital. Now, that means I need to kind of try to treat my body good. I need to exercise, and that's a big goal of mine, exercising. Nobody likes to exercise. For me, I use the Peloton. It's been a huge help, but for you, whatever you use, whether you walk, whether you go to the gym, which has been a little difficult lately, but hopefully that will change. But exercising is a big one. So I don't really do a weight goal because it doesn't matter what my weight is. I just want my clothes to fit. If they fit, then I know that everything's good. If they don't fit, I know there's a problem, and I need to change my eating habits probably, and maybe exercise a little more, but that's a whole nother story. So under the health category, staying out of the hospital for me is a big one. My exercise is a big one. And then, just trying to feel good. I mean, what else is there? You want to feel good. And so under the health category, that's, write down the things that you want to work on for the next 12 months under your health category. So then the next category is family. And family is a big one for me because one of my top goals is to always be present for my family, whether it's calling people, visiting people. I know sometimes it's not easy, but family is so important, at least for me. And so that's one of my goals that I always have each year, is to be present for my family, whether it's, on the phone, again, whether it's visiting or whatever it may be. If they need help, if there's something I can do to help, that's a big one. But family is a very important one. Whatever it looks like to you, put it down. Family, what are your goals? What kind of relationships do you want? It's important to write those things down. And then the third one under the life category is lifestyle. And that has been pretty tough this past year. So lifestyle for my husband and I is, traveling, doing the things that we like to do. And this past year has been pretty tough, as it has been for everyone. So traveling is a big one, and I hope that starts back up again. But lifestyle, whether it's watching Netflix, whatever you want to do, write it down. Whatever, if it's binge watching a certain series, I don't know. But lifestyle to me is a big one, and most of that to me is travel and doing the things and visiting people. Again, it may not be family, but visiting with other people. And that has been pretty tough this past year. So I'm hoping that 2021 is a little easier. So that kind of is the encompassing under my life category. Now, under financial category, there are so many different aspects to financial in your goals. So whatever it looks like to you can look like something different to somebody else. So for me, financial is to, this past year, my husband and I have worked so hard to simplify and just to get everything down, to the nitty gritty. So we have no debt, and, the cars are paid for. Just whatever it is for you, get financially simplified. Okay, simplify. It's going to feel so much better. Whatever that looks like to you, you've got to write it down and then chunk it down into smaller goals so that they're more attainable, because I know it's difficult financially to do something really big. So just do a little bit at a time. Now, we like to follow Dave Ramsey and what he espouses, which is really being debt free. So if you want to learn more about him, or what his philosophy is, go to daveramsey.com. He's got so many free resources, so check that out. Now, so financial, that's a whole different ballgame, but whether it's saving money, whether it's paying something off or buying a new home, it's going to look different for everybody. But financial goals are so important, because at the end of the year, if you don't have any goals or anything to go by, then you're going to go, what did I do with all my money? Where is it? So you don't want that to happen to you. So definitely have some financial goals for the next 12 months. Okay, now the third one is business. And that's always a big one for me, because I like to learn new things. Like this past year, I started learning about YouTube. I'm trying to figure it all out, and I've started a YouTube channel, which you're watching, obviously. And for me, my goals are going to look a lot different than anybody else, but for one of my goals is to get 100 subscribers. Now, that may sound easy, but once I do that, then I'll make another goal. And so for me, business goals, it's good to have smaller goals, because then each time you hit a goal, you can celebrate your wins. And they may not be big wins. They may be something small, like getting 100 subscribers, which, is pretty big for me, because that's like my first goal. So I have certain goals in business that I want to reach. And again, they're going to look totally different than anyone else. So another goal I have is to keep learning. And what I do normally like to try to do is to attend 1 or 2 seminars or, business meetings a year. And this past year, they were all online. So we didn't have any travel to go to an in-person seminar. But if you can, try to find whatever it is that you're doing, try to find ways to learn more about what you're doing, because it's going to be very helpful when you look a year down the road and go, oh, look at all that I did. This is what I learned. But for me, I've got some small goals and some bigger goals, but right now it's, just learning the YouTube algorithms and what it's all about, getting better each video, just different things like that. For you, business may be getting a certain job or making a certain income per year. So like I said, write it down, put it in front of you. It's going to look different for everybody. So again, these are just, general broad goals, but for you, just take an hour or two, sit down, write them out, and they're going to be changing all the time. They're always changing. So don't think that if you write it down, you have to set that in stone. It's going to change, because life changes all the time, as we have seen, and it's going to change for you, and it's going to change for me too. So, if you like this video, hit the subscribe button. If you want to see more of my videos, hit the notification bell, and hope you have a great time making your goals and planning out your goals. Thank you.